Here is one big difference between me and Nathan, like, based on our personalities. For the longest time, he's had this tool set, and I call it his because he had it for a long time before I came around. And it wasn't ever perfectly organized, which is fine, even though that would have bothered me, but that's not so unusual. But ever since I've been around, it never closed. It always had this big crack in it that I've taped over, and it just stayed open, which is fine, because we don't really move it that much. But I was cleaning up the garage yesterday, and it was making me crazy. So I already reorganized all of these, but the difference between us is that he obviously could have figured out why it was not closing, but it just didn't bother him, which is totally fine. But as I was straightening up and putting these back, it really bothered me. And so I went ahead and I mean, it's not like it took a lot of effort to figure out, but it just was that these long sockets were hitting this thing right here, and so it was keeping the lid from closing. And so now that those are back here and there's not a little lip in the front, it closes perfectly. And it's taped together, and it is nice and neat now, and it makes me, like, weirdly happy. Not just like, oh, that's nice, but, like, weirdly happy. Happy enough that I'm putting it on the internet, if that tells you anything. That it's taped and fixed, and all of the pieces that we still have are in the right place.
Learning about the space.
Hi! I'm vlogging with my family. They're eating dinner. So it's Monday after Easter. Sorry, we didn't really do anything for Easter, so I didn't video anything special. We did go see the new, not Spider-Man, Superman, Batman movie, and it was enjoyable. It was really long though, and they took a long time to kind of get to the point. But generally I liked it fine. I wanted to show you my giant pile of pine cones. So we have like 5 pine trees in our yard, not in our house. And I've been picking up the pine cones as they've fallen just so Nathan doesn't mow over them. And I was going to just compost them because the city comes and picks up yard waste and composts it, which is probably the best way they can be taken care of. But I don't know, there's so many of them and they're really pretty, and I felt sort of bad just not throwing them away, but getting rid of them. So I'm making some pine cone crafts, and I'll probably show you the end results instead of like the in-between, because it's not very pretty in the in-between. But I counted, and we ended up with like 180. So that's a lot of pine cones. It's Tuesday afternoon, and I'm sitting outside, and it's beautiful with the puppies. And Mary's over there. And I thought I would do a quick update before I ended the videos for this week. And I'm really excited because I talked to my advisor yesterday at UMass, and I get to stop reading, which is really exciting. Reading's very important, but it also gets old pretty fast, especially when you're sort of at the point where you're just reading to get like an understanding of the field, and so you can't really understand all of the sorry, Mary's like chasing a butterfly. But you can't like understand everything you read, but you just have to start somewhere. So you start reading a bunch of papers, and after a little while you get an idea of what's going on, and then you have to go back and reread and But so I talked to my advisor yesterday, and I get to stop, and I'm so excited because I'm going to start actually working on like a smaller little research project. Is something that he has been wanting to do, but also it'll be good for me to do to get used to using the program that we'll be using, just to get used to the system that I'll be working with mostly, which I'm trying to figure out how much I can tell you about what we're doing. And so I'm looking at his let's see, yeah, I'm looking at his faculty page, and I feel like if there's something on his faculty page, I can say it here. So what I'll be working on with him is his portion of research that's on offshore wind turbine load mitigation and structural control. So that basically means trying to make offshore wind turbines more structurally sound from several different directions will be coming at it. So I don't want to say too much more, just because I'm not sure what's like sensitive information. But yeah, so I'm gonna start doing some real like engineering stuff, which is really exciting because I haven't done real work in a while other than reading, which is important but also really boring. But yeah, and then also I'm going to show my beautiful pine cone crafts that I've been working on. So I made this wreath, which is not the most beautiful pine cone wreath in the world, but I think it's pretty cute, and it was really easy to make. And it will be more of like a fall winter wreath. I might try to get some stuff to put on it for like the fall or then for the winter to make it more seasonal and pretty, but I'm pretty happy with it right now. And then this is my other one that I have put together so far, so I guess that would be the top. And I'm going to paint little flowers on the top, so like, I don't know, put a little bit of yellow in the center here, and then paint these as like the petals of different flowers for like a spring, summer pine cone wreath, because that's what I have and didn't want to waste them. But I was pretty proud of myself for like coming up with the structure of the wreath for this wreath by myself. The way it's like, has the hanger on the outside, and they're sort of not stacked but set inside of there, and it I glued them in, and they seem pretty well secured, so we'll see. Pretty excited about it though. I need to go buy paint. But yeah, so that's that. And then the other thing I keep forgetting to show is this cool tripod that our friend Anna got me. Anna is one of the people in Nathan's department that came in with him and is also getting her PhD in history of science. And she got me this cute tripod, and it has a like a clicker that goes along with it that connects via Bluetooth to the phone, that you can do video and camera on-off with it, which I haven't gotten used to using yet, but I have been using this, and it's great. And I just need to say thank you to Anna, or not need to, but wanted to say thank you to Anna for getting me this. Also, she and another woman from Nathan's department, she graduated a few years ago at this point, but she and Anna have I forget what they call it, like a monthly It's a collection of essays that they write monthly about women in science and technology and popular culture, which is really interesting and cool, and I'll put a link in it in the description box because you should read it. It's really awesome. And I think that is it for the week. Next week, so my friend Hannah is currently doing her weekly vlog, and so that will be up for next week. I haven't decided if I will also do a vlog, so there will be like 2 posts for that week, but we'll see. Maybe if something extra exciting happens with me, I'll do that, but probably not. As you've noticed, my life is not super exciting. But she goes to real school and does real school graduate research engineering things, so it should be at least more informative and realistic of an engineering graduate student life, more so than pinecone crafts. So look forward to that, and we'll see you later. Bye!